What's going on, guys? jtmoffroad here. Today's video, we're going to try to get this garage a little more organized. Starting right there. A while back, I made this tool storage for my DeWalt tools there. So got the idea online and made it happen, and it was able to hold all the tools that I got from my pack from the video forever ago. It also held the new impact driver that I got too. So this does pretty well. It's actually very tall, so the idea that I had about having a charging station up top wasn't very practical, so I'm going to do something about that later on. But this works very well for all of my battery powered tools and extra things that I have. But through this whole thing, you'll notice that over the time of my videos, the garage has just gotten more organized and more organized, but I keep getting more and more crap. I had started off with just a platform down there, and I had spare axles that were underneath that, and I'm junking them. Now I've got just scrap metal laying underneath there for projects or whatever, and then I've got, you know, paint, fluids, chemicals, whatever, just random other stuff, air compressor that eventually I have a door there, and I have like a vent in the side and stuff, but that's coming, and then just other random storage that's all around. So eventually I like to do more up there too, but when I did all that, the one thing I lost was bolt, nut, screw, hardware storage, and it's just collected over here in a pile of just stuff. So my idea, and you may have noticed that this board has been here for a while, that board was screwed in underneath that one to level that out. I put that thing up by myself, and that was no easy task, because that thing probably weighs near, I don't know, it's got to be like 75 pounds or something like that, something ridiculous for a shelf unit. So when I was going at it, I just moved the board over here, because in planning I'm making another one of those just without like the extra stuff up top to put over here, and that's going to be my hardware storage. So that's where we're at today. The backboard's already cut from forever ago, and I'm working on cutting the other boards, the sideboards and everything for the shelves. And you may wonder why I have this super thick wood, this super thick plywood chipboard, whatever you want to call it. That was all free. I do drafting for a living, and through the process of our, I don't know what you want to call it, we combined floors, and there was some extra stuff left over, like cubbies for drawings that were super deep, and a lot of people didn't really want them. They didn't really make sense for shelving at the time. Me, I was like, well, that's free wood, I'll go ahead and take them all apart, which was quite a task. I took all the staples out. You can see here that these were stapled quite a bit. They had screws holding, you know, most of the structure together. But all the staples, there was like, I don't know, 2.5 inch, 3 inch long staples going in to the whole thing. So this was like the side of the cubby. So they were really long for, you know, rolls of drawings to fit in. So I took them all, I don't know, maybe 6 or 8, and took them all apart, and this is what I have left after many projects, you know, making these shelves up there, and making these shelves now. So that's where I got all that free wood. So I'm putting it to use, making shelving, making this garage a little more organized. Still like to do more. I'd like to make it a little more, I don't know, visually appealing to some. That might make the videos look a little better. So probably gonna have continuous videos. I don't know, maybe I'll make it a series of things I need to do. I'd like to have another bench, and possibly, you know, move some of those drawers around, you know, more stuff I got from work, and just kind of like combine all that, make a longer tool bench, get rid of some of the stuff up there, maybe get some cabinets, put them up along that wall. Got to do something with stuff over there. You know, it's just never ending. You always get more stuff. You always just accumulate, and it takes up space, and you organize. So it's just never ending. That was a lot of talking. That's a lot of background stuff. So I really need to get started on this and try to get this done today, and at least, I don't know, at least get it built. I don't know if I'll be able to put it up. I'd like to, but I don't know. We'll see. Let's go ahead and get cutting. Alrighty guys, so it's a new day. I got this shell all put together, and then I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want to lay this out. I've got these two units, and this was just a hair wider, a few inches wider. I'd be able to fit a second one in here. So what the plan is, I'm going to keep these two. This is sitting directly on top of these. I can still pull these out. And then I was trying to think for all my boxes and stuff, I put them about there. There's plenty of space for stuff along here. I'll have space for things along here. I might separate these out to little areas. And then I think between here, I'm gonna have a piece of wood come out and a piece of wood come out. Maybe just to about here or so. I don't know if I'll make it the full width. Maybe I will. Maybe I will make it super deep. But I think that's about what I want to do. This is nice because this already pretty much has this level. I'll just measure this to straighten it up a little bit, and then I can just go ahead and screw in from behind. And this is actually going a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So I think this is going to work out really, really good. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna eventually take these out and just, well, I'm gonna measure, get these kind of mocked in, pull these back out, and then do my final screws, and then I'll have to do my shelves here. I gotta figure that out. But these, I gotta tap these in a little more. These, I'm gonna measure these to be exact and get these in. But the nice thing I like about this is when this is up on the wall and I'm gonna be hitting stuff on the bench, I don't want this to be wobbling around and my bolts and stuff to be opening up. I don't want this shaking all over the place. This thing is so enclosed in there now that I'm probably gonna have to really fight that to get that out, which is what I want. I want that nice and secure in there. So I think this is working out. This is gonna be great. So I'm gonna be done for tonight, and we'll pick back up again soon. it's done. And I am so happy it's done. It looks so good. I made sure to keep it the same size as the other one. I made sure to keep the top shelf the same in line. And I think it worked out really well. These are in here really tight. The fit is really good. So I don't really see these being a problem of coming out. I ended up tucking my chargers back here and went ahead and cut a hole through there and then drilled a hole through there because I gotta have my tunes. And then, so I think I'm actually gonna leave this board up. I'm probably gonna put a board, actually just have a board running along the whole length of this just to kind of help support both of these a little bit. And then on that board, I'm gonna get a power strip to put along there so I can plug everything in. And then I'm just gonna make sure to keep ties on everything just so it keeps it up and out of the way. But this is finally done, and you know, it's not, I don't have a whole lot of stuff in terms of bolts and nuts and everything like that, so this is gonna do fine for now. I definitely have to go through and organize all of that stuff. I think that's gonna help my storage situation so much better. I had a whole bunch of stuff sitting over there. That's where all those nuts and bolt bins were sitting, right over there. So I think the idea is eventually I'd like to use those dark gray cabinets combined with something like a new workbench. I have dark gray cabinets over there. I had a buddy that did something similar where he made like framing to frame out where those went and then made a continuous top. It was really long. If I got those and incorporated them with a workbench, and that would give me even more worktop space and kind of get those out of the way. So I don't know, it'd be nice to have a whole lot more workspace up here and have that, in, you know, all tied in. So hopefully this is gonna be the first of many videos. I'm glad this is done, and I should have videoed way back when I made the shelf for the DeWalt tool setup, but I didn't. Oh well. So I do have more ideas on getting this whole storage situation, you know, figured out, and how to make this better and just an easier garage to work in. Alrighty guys, make sure to give it a thumbs up if you like it, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one.